Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good night, wherever you are in the whole world. I'm doing this video in response to what is happening in Zambia right now, politically. I had to write everything down. I'll be reading most of what I want to say so that I stay on track and don't digress from the facts, or so I just make sure that I address all the concerns that I want to share. First of all, I just want to say that I'm not affiliated to any political party in Zambia. I am a human rights activist. I'm a mother. I am a grandmother. I am a teacher by profession. I'm just an ordinary human being who's fighting to save humanity from illegal practices of the people that we put in office. I'm originally from Zambia. That's my motherland. That's my country. And we have a problem there. We have a big problem in Zambia right now. The numbers are not adding up. We have an enormous amount of natural wealth, as well as our leaders have borrowed huge amounts of money from many sources, including China. And right now, Zambia is on target to be the second colony of the Chinese government based on how much money our government leaders have borrowed from China. This is very disheartening. There is abuse of power by our honorable officials whom we have elected into office. And I say this because yesterday when I woke up, I saw pictures and videos of youths in the bushes protesting. This broke my heart. I cried. I was emotional. And yesterday, the whole day, I was just thinking and just praying to say, God, how can this happen in Zambia, our Democratic Republic of Zambia, for our youths, our children to go protesting in the bushes? Then I saw vans, Land Cruisers of police officers armed with AK-47 to go kill our youth. This is wrong. It cannot be tolerated. We all have to stand up wherever you are in the world. If you're a Zambian or if you're human, if you have a heart, we have to protect our country. We have to protect our youth. Zambia police, your job is to protect the Zambian people, not a few powerful, influential government officials. You are appointed to your role as government workers, public servants, in fact, to protect your people. So the pictures of you packed in Land Cruisers to go and break bones of your own children, your own youth, is wrong. I don't know who's giving you the orders. If it's the Minister of Home Affairs, this is wrong. There has to be a separation of power. There has to be a separation of power. The government has to work independently of the political leaders. We have lawyers, we have the judiciary. This is a democratic republic of Zambia. We got independence 55 years ago. There is government machinery there to educate politicians on the right weigh right course of action to take if there is a dispute between elected officials and the citizens of the country. I will start with a personal story. I am currently in diaspora. I live in the United States. But prior to me coming to live here, I had a run-in with a high-ranking government official. And you know what? This person tried to abuse her power, not only tried to abuse her power, actually, this person abused her power. She sent the police to have me arrested on trumped up charges. This person also sent the FBI on me on trumped up charges. The whole aim is to ruin me and have me rot in jail. So, Chela Tukuta, I'm with you. God will see you through this. He saw me through it. I have been a victim of, abuse of power by these called honorable ministers whom we put in office, who are appointed to these offices to help us. But they use these offices for personal vendetta. I have been a victim, including my children. This honorable minister even had the audacity to lose passports of my children under their roof. So you can see, Zambia, we need to grow. People, leaders, honorable officials cannot use the police for their personal vendetta, like we are seeing with the Chela. I survived it. I survived all the attacks of this government person who is still currently a representative. She's an official of the government, Zambian government. She's still working on payroll, Zambian payroll, and highly paid. But these are the people who are sitting there and making decisions for our own country. So you see why we have a problem. First of all, the leaders themselves, they are questionable characters. They should not even be in office. Moving forward, when the election comes, every politician, every person appointed to government office should have a background check, verify whom they are, what kind of a person they are. Because if they have a bad history, what are they going to do to the people? If they can't love even their own stepchildren, their neighbors, can they love an ordinary citizen whom they don't know? No, they won't. Coming back to me watching that video of our youth in the bushes, it broke my heart. Because our freedom fighters already fought for our independence 55 years ago in the bushes. And in 2020, it's dehumanizing to see our own children, my own children in the bushes, fighting for their independence, their own human rights. And I must say, I'm very proud of you youth for taking the initiative to be smart, to avoid bloodshed. You went into the bushes, thereby avoiding confrontation. We don't need any more blood on our hands. Enough blood was shed during the freedom fighting. Now it's time to have meetings on a round table. Invite these youths to the State House. Invite them. Invite youths from every part of the country. 2, 3 representatives from each province. Address their concerns. This problem is not going away. By you parading fully armed police officers in the streets of Zambia will not solve the problem, and the problem will not go away. And I thank you youths again for showing the maturity of avoiding confrontation and protesting. We are with you. I am with you. I am your mother. Some of you, in fact, all of you, you are either equivalent in age to my children. And one thing that broke my heart yesterday was because we have lost so many people to the AIDS pandemic in Zambia. People of my age. People of my age should be the ones fighting for the human rights in Zambia right now. But I'm emotional right now because I might say most of people my age have perished due to AIDS. And youths right now are the majority of the population in Zambia. And the median age for Zambia is 18 years. So the youth are the highest number of human beings or population in Zambia. That's why they are protesting. So people who are saying, Bayuthi, stop doing what you're doing, that is nonsense. Majority of the population right now in Zambia is the youth. They are the ones who survived the AIDS pandemic. Most of the people my age have perished. When I go to Zambia, I stand in a supermarket. I look around. I don't see people my age. Why? They are not there. They are not existing. So, youth, I'm proud of you. I am proud of you and I am with you and my voice will be with you as long as I live to help bring back the humanity that we deserve. We are not asking for luxury life. We are just asking for basic human rights. And then this thing of saying youth are providing, giving stupid questions. There is no such thing as a stupid question. As a leader, a democratic leader, your job is to answer any question. Let me ask you this. We are all parents, grandparents, or parents. We are all aunties, uncles. As an elder person, if a child comes to you with a question, for example, when I was young, I used to go to my parents, what are we going to eat? Or when are you going to buy me a pair of school shoes? Is it wise of me to start telling my children that that is a stupid question? No. When a child asks, you answer. You don't meet an answer with a threat. That's a violation of human rights. Zambia, we are a democratic country. We have a constitution. And, if you want to be a dictator, I guess you have to step down and then try and create your own dictatorship elsewhere, not in Zambia. You leaders, you are like our parents. So we are just asking in peace for you to address our concerns. You leaders, you were put in those offices democratically. You were elected, some of you, and some of you are public servants. You were appointed. It's your job to answer these questions without intimidation or causing threat or terror of any kind. Again, the sight of pictures full of policemen armed to their teeth is disgusting. Honestly, that should not happen when people are just trying to get answers because they have no food on their table. We are trying to get answers because a Chinese national has a license to have a barber shop. Honestly, really? Is that what you call international investment? Giving licenses to Chinese to own a barber shop in Lusaka? Or maintaining a chicken run? That is international investment. this is wrong. It's wrong, and it won't end well because we are not going to take it. We are not going to take it. Enough is enough. And in fact, all these things should not even have happened in the first place. It's taking away livelihood of our own people. We have people in Zambia who had barbershops, who were rearing chickens, growing vegetables. They can't do this because they can't stand the competition with the Chinese. It's like, what are you doing? These are the questions the youth are asking, you know? Some of them are highly educated from University of Zambia, no job. I must say myself, when I went to school, I didn't pay a penny. Primary school was free. Secondary school was free. I went to college, it was free. I was paid an allowance in college for my upkeep. And when I graduated, guess what? The last day of my day at college, we had an official from the government to post us to our stations. And the first month in the field, I received my first paycheck. Everything was in black and white. Everything was so smooth. Everything has gone wrong. Our young people, they graduate from universities, they can't find a job. And the universities, they have to pay. What is happening? And most of our youth now, they are orphans. In my family alone, we have like 8 orphans. My family, I have lost like 6 of my siblings to AIDS. And that is part of the government too. Proper health care. Why are people still dying from AIDS? People shouldn't be dying from AIDS. It's disheartening. So I just want to proceed and talk about my questions, which I have for the government or the people in power. It's like, why is our country still facing alarming poverty levels? Why? Why are we allowing politicians to violate our democratic principles and the Constitution? Why our city councils are not providing sanitary services in our townships and neighborhoods? No running water after 55 years of independence, electricity, load shedding. All these are the concerns we want to be addressed. There is no development in the rural areas. Our children, our mothers, they have to walk miles to get to a school or to a clinic. And then there's the issue of abandonment of orphans. I talked before how my generation has been highly impacted with AIDS. And most of my friends, my family, they left children. And all these children, they are on the streets. Why is the government not stepping up and taking care of these our orphans, the so-called street kids? They are not street kids. The only reason you call them street kids is because you don't want to take a responsibility of not taking care of them, you as the government. These kids have no parents. In some of them who have relatives, the relatives have no jobs. They are so poor to afford to take care of these kids. So the kids end up on the street. Now we have a lot of organization taking care of orphans. They are building community schools, they are building clinics, they are building orphanages. This should not be a community effort. This should be an effort of the government. They should be a particular department, a ministry actually for orphans. All these dignitaries, they sleep in their homes comfortably. When I drive in Lusaka or anywhere in the world, in the country, my heart breaks. My heart breaks to see the street kids in the children, and then I see all these dignitaries driving in their thousands of dollars worth of vehicles, living in their mansions. Honestly, this is not what our ancestors who fought for freedom would like to see today. There is enough money for everyone in Zambia. And if we are not greedy, or if we elect the right kind of politicians who care, they will take care of everyone. It's only 18 million of us. Only 18 million with lots of wealth, natural wealth, which if managed properly, this wealth can enable every Zambian citizen to have a quality life. Our children graduate from university, no jobs. You have to know someone to get a job. And those who have some of these very important jobs do not even have the qualifications to have those jobs. That's why you see everything is gone wrong in Zambia. Because some of these people who have these jobs, they just have those jobs because they know somebody. It's their uncle, it's their neighbor. They are making bad decisions on behalf of our country because they don't have the knowledge, the experience to make those decisions. They are just in those jobs to earn a paycheck. I suggest if you are a minister or a hiring manager who's employing people based on nepotism, you are destroying our country because those people you are employing in those jobs do not have the knowledge, education, experience to make decisions to better our economy. What you should do if you really want to help your family, put them on your payroll. Leave those jobs for people who are qualified to hold those offices, and they will do justice to our country. Pensions. I'm a retiree. I went on early voluntary separation almost 20 years ago. Up to now, we are still not being paid. Many of my friends have died, they have perished. And I doubt if their beneficiaries will even receive the money. I doubt if we will receive our money too. This is our hard work money, hard earned money, which we work for. 20 years later, we are still fighting to be paid our dues. This is how sad the management of our country is. Corruption is rampant and the list is endless. I can go on all day talking about issues that needs to be addressed. But the whole point is, as leaders, you have to listen to us. You have to listen to your people. You have to meet us halfway and remember why you are in that office. Because you were elected, people trusted you to handle the matters of our country in an honest, fair, and credible way. We are still trying to manage with facilities, infrastructure that was left by Roy Welensky in the colonial days. Where are our city planners? What are they doing to embrace this new decade, to embrace this global community? And I want to challenge all those who are, not supporting the youths. Just Google about Zambia and China. Information is there. Knowledge is power. Read about where Zambia is headed as a country. And then look at what's happening right there. Look at what has happened to Zambia in the last 30 years. We have regressed. We have gone back. We have lost our dignity. Zambia has enough natural resources to provide a world-class livelihood to our entire population. We are only 18 million. And the world-class livelihood is just simple, basic needs of life. Clean water, food, shelter, healthcare, education, roads. But the numbers are not adding up, and that's where we are having this problem, because the wealth is there in the country. The loans are being borrowed. Where is the money going? And this threatening of your own children should stop. If I may ask you, all you police officers, you have children in your homes. Do they have jobs? No. Wealth should be distributed equally among the citizens of Zambia. Driving around Zambia, I see all the defense forces, they're taken care of. They have new homes. I'm told they are being given loans. Like, these are the only people who are enjoying the benefits of being a Zambian, is all employees in the defense forces. And these tendencies of appeasing defense forces are a sign of dictatorship leaders or officials in the whole world, where you see the government is appeasing the police, giving them hefty allowances, building them homes, doing them that. That is tantamount to bribing or corruption right there. So in the whole population of Zambia, for 18 million, only police officers or people in the defense deserve to have a new homes. Yeah, because when you drive around Zambia, the only people who have new homes are people in the defense forces. They are the only new people who are hiring and their conditions of employment are really good, is people in the defense forces. So to me, this is a corruption. It's a bribe by the leaders to war these people to their side, to war the defense forces on their side, so they could not question whatever order comes from a honorable minister. We should stop this politics of appeasement. You police officers or people in the defense forces, you have families. Do they have jobs? No. Look at our towns. I went to Livingstone last November. The road is deplorable. It's like heartbreaking. The Lusaka Livingstone road is so bad, but Livingstone is the capital city of tourism. How can that be? Really? How can a road connecting the capital city to the tourist capital of the country be so bad? It's almost like, a death trap, that road. It's sad. In closing, I just want to say, youth, let's keep fighting. All of us, whatever age you are, use this social media platform to have your voice heard. It's free, but at least that's a good part. It's free. And whatever you say, there's no such thing as a stupid question. There's no thing as there's no such thing as an unimportant broadcast or message. Whatever it is your contribution, and it's valued by everyone. Let us vote for change. Election time is coming, is upon us. Let us all register to vote. And let us vote for the leaders who will represent us. Let us do our homework. Let's investigate who is in office, who is running for office. Let's investigate their background. Continue your peaceful protests. We don't want any more bloodshed. We have had enough bloodshed when we were fighting for independence. Continue holding these public officers accountable. We are each other's keeper, and we all stand to be corrected. But what has happened now has been going on too long. It's like the train is off the tracks. We have to contain this situation, otherwise Zambia is going to be a disaster. We have to put the train back on the tracks. And lastly, we want an improved quality of life for all Zambians. That's what we want. And we don't have to wait for an election for this to happen. These leaders have the power to provide clean water to all of us, food to all of us, education, free education to all of us, free healthcare, jobs, and also housing programs for orphans is a must. We have to take care of orphans. We have to create some kind of ministry to take these kids in, provide homes for them. I end here. Thank you for listening or watching. Please share my video. This is just to be in solidarity with the movement that has started in Zambia. And it will not stop. The movement will not stop and will not be silenced. They cannot take away our voices. Thank you and God bless you. Viva Zambia.